students. So here I'm with another video lecture on the current electricity. So today the what topics we are going to study is the combination of resistors. So very important it is. So that is combination of resistors. So as you have seen in the last chapter, the combination of capacitors. Here we are going to study about the combination of resistors, right? So the combination here means the series combination and parallel combination, and we are also going to solve some problems on this chapter till now. Okay, so let us go to the combination of the resistors. So series combination we'll see. So here in the diagram you can see, in the figure you can see R1, R2, R3. So there are three resistors which are connected to a common potential V, and there is a main current I here, okay, passing through the combination of the resistors. So how we connect the series combination is, so from one end of the resistor, this is, suppose this is the main end of the resistor, first resistor, and the ending of the first resistor is connected to the starting of the second resistor, and it continues till the n number of resistors. Okay, so here what happens in the series combination is, the same current will flow but the potential difference will differ. So the main potential difference is V, and here for the first resistor the potential across the first resistor is V1, for the second resistor it is V2, and for third resistor it is V3. So here there is another diagram which shows the equivalent resistor, that is RS. So that means, what is meant by RS? We have seen in the capacitors also. Here RS means the equivalent resistors which value is equal to the sum of the three resistors. Okay, that is RS equal to R1. So sum of all the three resistors, its value will be equal to sum of these resistors. Okay, so let us see. Resistors are said to be connected in series when they are connected end to end such that the same current flows through each of them. So I told you the current flows the same. If the I is flowing with in R1, I will also be flowing through R2, and the same I is, that is current, is flowing through R3. Then the total potential difference across the combination is equal to sum of the potential differences across each resistor. So let us consider R1, R2, R3 and the three resistors connected in series as shown in the figure. Let V be the potential difference across the combination and I be the current through the resistors. If V1, V2, V3 are the potential difference across R1, R2, R3, then V equal to V1 sum of the individual potential differences, V1 plus V2 plus V3. So according to Ohm's law, V equal to I into R. So therefore for individual potentials we will take V1 equal to IR1. Why will take I here? Because the same current will be flowing, and their value of potential difference will differ across each resistor. V1 equal to IR1, V2 equal to IR2 and V3 equal to IR3. Therefore, we will take this, we will substitute for V1, V2, V3. So, V equal to I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3. So, here I is common, I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Then what is the equivalent resistance? For the equivalent circuit, V equal to I into RS. Okay, so we will substitute here V for from this equation. So IRS equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. I and I gets cancelled here. So what we are left out is RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is the series combination of resistor. Okay. So that when n number of resistors are connected in series, the equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the individual resistances. So this is about the series combination. Okay. So that means if you have a number of resistors with you with a small value, and if you want a bigger value, then you can take the all the resistors and connect it into series, and you will get the required resistance value, so which is equal to the high. Naturally it will be high resistor. Okay, so now let us go to the parallel connection. So here in the parallel connection, so here you can see in the diagram, the same current is connected to the first point of the resistor, and each one of the resistor is connected across the potential. So here in the parallel resistor, potential remains same, but the current across each resistor changes. Follow? So it will be branched. The main current is branched as I1 across R1, I2 across R2, and I3 across R3. And also there is a equivalent resistor Rp as shown in the figure. So now let us see what is meant by parallel combination. Resistors are said to be connected in parallel when they are connected between two common points. The potential difference across each resistor is the same, and the main current is equal to the sum of the currents through each resistor. Let R1, R2 and R3 be the resistors connected in parallel as shown in the figure. Let V be the potential difference across the combination, and I be the main current. I1 and I2 and I3 are the currents through R1, R2 and R3 respectively. So I have told you the main current is branched here. So therefore I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So from Ohm's law, I equal to the ratio of potential difference and resistance. Therefore for individual current we will take I1 equal to V by R1, I2 equal to V by R2, I3 equal to V by R3. Therefore I equal to, so V is common here, we will take V outside. What we have is inside the bracket 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Therefore for combination of the parallel resistor, equivalent resistor, we will have I equal to V by Rp. Then V by Rp equal to V into 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So V and V gets cancelled here. So that is 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So also here again we can write it as Rp is equal to product of individual resistors, that is R1, R2, R3 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this will be the equation for parallel resistor, parallel combination. Now the same thing here, when the resistors are connected in parallel, the reciprocals of the equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistors. So this is the final equation for the parallel combination. Okay, hope I think you have understood. It is very important for your exam point of view. It will be asked for 3 marks. Okay, either they may ask series combination or parallel combination. So it will be asked for 3 marks. Now let us go for the numericals. So I will read out the numerical. In an electrolyte, 3.2 into 10 raised to 18 divalent positive ions move from left to right in 1 second. In a same electrolyte, 3.6 into 10 raised to 18 monovalent negative ions move from right to left in 1 second. What is the current strength through the electrolyte? So divalent is 2 positive ions and monovalent is 1 single negative ion. Okay, so now according to the quantization of the charges, what we have, so first we will solve for divalent. So Q1 equal to N1 into 2 into E, and that is, so N 3.2. So divalent is 2 charges, right? So so it is given here 3.2 into 10 raised to 18 into 2E. So we'll multiply 2 into this one, so it will be 6.4 into 10 raised to 8. E will keep as it is because again we want here. Then Q2 for monovalent, N2 in E equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 18 E. Okay, so either it moves from right to left or left to right. So what will be the current strength? So Q equal to sum of the charges. So Q1 plus Q2, 6.4 into 10 raised to 18 E plus 3.6 into 10 raised to 18 E. So when we add these two, what we get? 10 raised to 19 E. So 10 raised to 19 into the magnitude of the charge, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So that will be 1.6. So here it is plus 19, here it is minus 19, it both gets cancelled. So what we get is 1.6 coulomb. Now current strength we want for 1 second. So I equal to Q by T. So this is the equation of the current. So that is equal to what we net charge, what we got, 1.6, and what is the time? 1 second. 1.6 divided by 1 equal to 1.6 A. That is from left to right. Then the next one we will go. The resistance of a wire having a length of 0.6 meter and diameter 0.4 millimeter is 1.5 ohm. Find the resistivity of its material. Given L equal to 0.6 meter, D equal to 0.004 meter, R equal to 1.5 ohm. So resistivity equation is what? R equal to rho equal to RA by L. So that is A we will take it as, so as A is for circular dimension, it is pi r square. So here D is given, so it is R is nothing but D by 2. So R square will be D square by 4. So therefore R pi D square by 4L. So we'll substitute all diameter and length. What we have, the answer is 31.4 into 42 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. So this is the resistivity of the wire. Next we'll go to the third one. Two wires A and B are of the same material. A is twice as long as B and diameter of A is thrice that of B. If the resistance of A is 4 ohm, find that of B. Now let L be the length and D be the diameter of the wire. Length of wire A is twice the length and diameter 3D. Okay, so we will see the resistivity, resistance. So and the resistivity will be same, it is given, right? So R equal to rho L upon A. So that is equal to rho L by pi D square by 4. So 4 comes in the numerator. So 4 rho L by pi D square. So it will be 4 equal to, what is the resistance for A? It is 4 ohm. So that is F4 is equal to 4 rho into 2L upon pi D square. So what we get, just consider this as equation number 1. And for wire B, R equal to 4 rho L upon pi D square. So when we divide these two 1 and 2 equation, so R by 4 equal to 9 by 2. So this is 1 za, this is 2 za. So R equal to 2 comes this side, 9 into 2 is 18. So what we get, R as 18 ohm. So this is the final answer. Thank you.